It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal friend stuff. Like, we fuss about silly stuff all the time. But I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated.
Right.
Hey, y'all. So, I want to make a comment. And this is like the first and the last comment I make on this because I've been seeing it. It's one of those things where when you see it, you can't unsee it. And I'm not about to let anybody gaslight me or manipulate me into thinking what I see with my own two eyes and what I hear with my own two ears is irrelevant to what someone else got to say. I'm not that naive. I am not that gullible. And I don't appreciate people trying to make me think that I am because they want me to fit their narrative and not the narrative that actually exists. So there was a clip of Gayle King and Megan Thee Stallion's interview about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez's court case and the updates and what had happened that she can tell without it jeopardizing her case. As well as getting her side of the story, because ever since 2020, during the lockdowns, Miss Megan Thee Stallion has been feeling herself, which she should. But like I was saying when I was making videos back at that time, don't get too comfortable with these niggas. And there's something about these girlies. They love trying to call these dudes bros, and these are my niggas, and they love being posted with them, like Nicki Minaj and Cash Money. But once they get their ass tagged, once they realize that, yeah, toxic patriarchy has no exception, like these niggas will do you just as greasy as any side hoe, then they get in their feelings. Like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is still upset that these niggas tossed her to the side for a new pussy. She's still hurt that these niggas ain't riding with her toxicity, giving her fucking free passes like she did them. And the same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. When she was posted with Tory Lanez, let's be clear. Tory Lanez was a nobody. Like, yeah, he had hits and bops here and there, but like,
let's be clear. No one was checking for Tory Lanez, okay? He was on the same level as August Alsina. Like, there was nan nigga out here like, oh yeah, let me put on that new Tory Lanez. Like, let's be clear, okay? This nigga was a goofy. Always was. He only started becoming cool when he was posted with Megan because Megan's wave was starting. Okay, especially when she got certified with that Beyonce feature on Savage Remix. Ain't nobody was checking for Nan, Tory, nothing. And she is right when she said on Plan B, which I checked it out, it was actually dope. If Megan's listening to this or anybody affiliated with Megan, put her on that Get Money. I would love to see what or how busy Megan can get with Get Money remix with Junior Mafia and Lil Kim. But nonetheless, back to Megan. Tory wasn't getting no play with no woman like that. Not a woman who has followers, who has visibility, who has quote unquote pretty privilege. Like, he wasn't getting that. Like, these niggas wasn't checking for no Tory nothing. He started getting eyeballs when he was posted with Megan because Megan was hot.
Like, he wasn't really that dude. Like, no one's really checking for him. Like, his come-up story was from Canada, and he was really trying to ride the wave of Drake. Like, this nigga was talking about, oh, I'm Drake's half-brother. Like, in what world are you and Drake related? Like, we all black, and I guess because we're all black in the pro-black mythos, that means that we are all related. But, like, genetically, like, on a nuclear family, nah, they're not related. No one believed them niggas related. So, like, this nigga been a herb. That's the point. He's been a goofy. He's been a goofy trying to come up. And Megan Thee Stallion was on that Douce or Henny at the time when she was kicking it with Tory Lanez. She was feeling herself. She was hopping off the wave of Beyonce jumping on Savage Remix. So she was, placating and showing her ass. And there was a lot of girlies like me who were like, yo, Meg, you don't want to be associated with that nigga. You just want to get your money. You want to make music. You just want to be solo dolo. You don't want to be cuffed by nobody. You don't want no man to ride your wave. You just want to do you. No strings attached.
Y'all remember when Meg was posting with that black demon time Bart Simpson ass rapper nigga? I forgot his name, but y'all know that nigga? that nigga, like, remember she was with that birth sister looking at that thing, and we're like, oh no, man, like, back the fuck up out of this situation. Like, this ain't even it, ma. Cancel that. Cancel. And what did she do? Cancel. So we wanted the best for Megan as a solo, free as a bird, do what you want to do. Don't be linked up with none of these dudes. Period.
When my mom passed, I just felt like I was looking for some type of family environment, and I was letting so many people in, and I didn't care who it was. I just wanted to feel like I got family and I got people that care about me, and just I could hang out with everybody, and I was just going through it.
But Meg wasn't trying to hear that shit because she wanted to be like all the other little goofies, the JTs and the Young Miamis, the City Girls, the Summer Walkers, the Kalanis, them girls, no shade, them girls who love being around toxic niggas then crying about it on the new fucking soundtrack. Like, those type of girlies who just want to be in, want to be claimed, want to be seen with these niggas who look like they are musty all the fucking time. Even when they bathe, even when they wear designer whatever, they still look musty underneath that designer whatever. So Megan was kicking it with Tory. Tory was trying to make some music, trying to make some waves, whoop-de-woo. There was a party. It was the Kylie Jenner party where Meg Thee Stallion, this is after she wrapped up production with Cardi on the song WAP, and it was filmed, I believe, in Kylie Jenner's house. So, and she was featured in the video. She was just walking and got all the black girlies feelings hurt. Their panties were all bunched in their ass because Kylie was in the video. But anyways, so after the video was wrapped up or whatever, Megan was there, her friend Kelsey was there, and Tory was there. One thing led to another. Megan wanted to go home. Them two wanted to stay at Kylie's house because I guess they just weren't satisfied enough being in the mansion. I don't know, like they wanted to see how much the square footage was. I don't know if they was just trying to see if they could rent out of space. I don't know what it was, but they wanted to stay at the cribbo. But Megan wanted to go.
So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. Mm-hmm. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. Mm-hmm. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
The arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse. And I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. Mm-hmm. So I get out the car, and it's like everything happens so fast. Yes. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I was so scared.
So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick, like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really bleeding. Mm-hmm. So I like drop down and I crawl in somebody's driveway. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't believe you shot me.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying
He's
after
apologizing. He's I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like,
one thing led to another. They're in the fucking car. Megan gets shot. CBS even confirmed from the clip that Kelsey sent out a text to Megan's security team, was like, oh, Tory shot Megan. So I don't understand why there's just this big hoopla. Like, there have been confirmed there was a shot. Megan went to the hospital and said that she took bullet fragments out of her foot. It just was recorded. She took a picture of it. She posted it, like her being in the hospital, getting the bullet fragments removed. Like, so I don't understand what the big hoopla is. Like, it happened. But like, to sidestep out of Megan's story, this is nothing new. Like, this is nothing new. Like, y'all should have seen that these niggas was fucked up. Their loyalty don't go that deep with black women ever since Sandra Bland. I never forgot that. I don't ever fucking forgot that. I'm a fucking Taurus. I don't forget shit. I never forgot that. The way niggas switched up from we as black, we need to support each other, my sister, my brother, to, well, she shouldn't have talked back. She should have got out the car. You know how black women are. Well, we don't really know what happened. Maybe she did hang herself in a jail cell. I was just like, wow, flagrantly fraudulent. And ever since then, it's just been piled up upon pile up upon pile up. Same thing with Corinne Gaines. Same thing with Monique. Same thing with just any black woman. Hell, even fucking Jada Pinkett is the same. It's just like these niggas is just flagrantly fraudulent when it comes to black women. Like, since I remember even when Stephon Clark got murdered by the police, and his tweets, his racist tweets that came out where he was like, black bitches bring dark days. There were black men and black women who were like, regardless of what, we still got to protest. Regardless of what, we still got to Black Lives Matter. Regardless of what, we still got to keep his name alive. And I was like, there's no we, bitch. I don't speak French. Fuck you mean? Ain't no we. And that's really how they look at black women. Because it's easier to punch down than it is to punch up. These are the same niggas crying about white supremacy 400, 500 years later, but have all the ammo, all the gusto, all the oppression, all the brutality for black women, but they ain't got none of it for the supposed evil white man. That's the shit that really slayed me. Black women aren't even a quarter of the population, but they are 1/3 of the homicide rates, the femicide rates. Black women, 60%, have experienced some type of sexual trauma before the age of 18, whether it's molestation, whether it's rape, whether it's sex trafficking, whether it's something. And we're gonna skip over that just to prioritize black men, and not only prioritize black men, but the thought that black women have to play their role of subservience or they get rolled over.
But at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, the George Floyd incident had just happened. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after. So I'm like, it's a hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like, something bad is about to happen.
so somebody hears the gunshots, they call the police. The police come, and they say what to you?
They tell everybody to get out the car.
TMZ obtained video from that night.
And then you could see the footage of me in the swimsuit, limping backwards, feet bleeding.
And they say to you, what happened here?
I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what's happening, what happened to you, and I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't.
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
The fact that people are still questioning, oh, was it real? Was it not real? Like, there's police reports. Like, they're literally in court. Not play court like divorce court, but like real court. And y'all still asking if this is true or not? Because it's a black man? But for a black woman, she's disposable.
I'm sad, like, and I feel like I have to hold it in because I have to be strong for so many people.
What do you say to people that still don't believe that you were actually shot?
I don't think any of this is for them. Like, it's for me. Like, I know this happened to me. And I'd rather it play out in court and the facts come out and everything comes out than me having to plead my case. And I'm a victim. Like, I'm the victim. Like, I'm not defending myself against anything. Like, something happened to me.
The fact that Megan stated she is the victim, but she has to prove her innocence is no different than you treat sexual assault victims who name names. Because if she doesn't name in the timely fashion of what you approve, then she's lying. But if she does name names in the time that you approve, she lying. And if there's DNA evidence, then she's still this automatic don't believe women. And it's not just even outside of allegations, it's the undermining of women. This society, this patriarchal society, always finds a way to undermine women, whether it's through infantilizing them. So it's like infantilism, where it's like, oh, you're just a dumb woman. Women don't know anything. A man has to think for women because women are just so dumb. Or it's through like the sexualization of women. So it's like face down, ass up, titties in the air. I only want to see what you're working with. Let me see the mass shake. Like, it's either through those gazes that men see women, and you see this heavily in conservative spaces, especially in these pro-black spaces. If Megan Thee Stallion was out here outside of Shakuring in this bitch, y'all would have 10 toes deep supported her in verbal, not in action. Ain't none of y'all putting no money on the side of Shakur's books and you, but like, y'all ain't checking for her like that. You will symbolically praise her. But in any other aspect, if she's now raging against the machine, y'all undermine black women because you don't think black women's leadership or just black women's voice, black women's agency is worth validating. And it shows.
And this is what I want black women to see. This is not a fluke. This is ingrained in them. I remember one of them niggas with Joe Budden, who's ironically talking about this, which is like, nigga, you talking? Don't you got bartering charges? Aren't you a fucking ex-dope fiend? Like, did you go to jail for putting hands on your baby mom? Didn't like Sin put a police report or some type of family court report where basically you were jerking off your own dog and doing all this weirdo, like low-key, slightly crossing over the bestiality line with your dog? And like that kind of like came out and slipped out of the public eye. So like, who are you to talk? Like literally, who are you to talk? This is why Jay-Z blackballed your stupid ass. Why? Who are you to talk? Tory Lane's been having motherfucking a battery of claims on him. I remember, what's her name? Tabitha, Dream Doll. Dream Doll before Megan came out and said Tory was handsy. Like, these are reports that been came out, but for some reason, y'all don't want to believe it.
Nah, I said, what'd you say, Joe?
I said Meg didn't cry.
Nah, Meg.
Oh boy.
Where?
You said them alligator tears wasn't enough.
I was looking. I made my camera big and everything. I zoomed in.
Get the fuck out of
Oh
here.
Yo, I
my
ain't saying they was real
God.
tears, but she cried.
He said I zoomed in on her
I ain't
face.
see no tears.
So
That's the
did she
same.
get
He
shot
did a
or
full
not?
inspection.
That's the same crying I did when I got caught cheating and didn't want to lose my bitch.
Yo, we saw.
Oh, so what you saying, Joe?
Hey, Joe, I ain't saying that it's real tears, but there's there.
And it is that pro-black cult. And I'm gonna say it for what it is. It's a fucking cult. It's no matter what, preserve the identity, preserve the idea of the black man. But his true character, let's just sweep that under the rug. Like one of them niggas who was commenting on the Meg shit. He said, I didn't see Gayle King cry for R. Kelly.
Them
Know how
tears
we
didn't
Man,
feel
come out.
about
Gayle was
this.
crying too. Gayle ain't cried with R. Kelly.
What'd you say,
Meg
Joe?
ain't
I
cried.
said Gayle was crying. Gayle ain't cried with R. Kelly, bro.
And I'm like, so she's supposed to cry for a rapist? And not just a rapist, but a child rapist. She was supposed to sympathize with the fucking demon? Because y'all niggas love being on demon time. Was she was supposed to like empathize with a fucking predator? Is that it? Is that pro-black? Is that the cause? Because I'm not fucking signing up for that shit. And it goes to show you. And I want all you little girlies to realize this and all you little girls to get hip to that shit. I don't give a fuck if you're from the hood. I don't give a fuck if you're from the burbs. I don't give a fuck if you're a regular everyday black girl or you're a black girl in the industry. These niggas don't love you. These niggas don't have it for you. These niggas will use you and discard you at any fucking moment. And we see this with the Tory and Megan situation. Megan got Grammys, Megan got connections, and I'm not saying this in the sense of that automatically makes her innocent or makes her a great person. But in the eyes of capitalism, she's top tier. Ain't that what y'all say? Like, capitalism rules the day. Everybody wants to get the bag. Like, if we're going to judge it by capitalist standards, she's A grade. But even that can't stop her from being devoured by this toxic masculinity, by these niggas. And these are the same niggas that you think are gonna protect you during the so-called race war. You think these niggas are gonna somehow, some way have it for you when things really get rough? You don't see none of these motherfucking tears when they see Black women popping up missing, popping up dead. They have none of this solidarity. They have none of this gusto and ammo to say this shit with their chest, talking about, I don't believe the police report. There needs to be a second autopsy. You never hear that. But for Tory Lanez, it will literally die on the hill of Tory Lanez. And Tory Lanez is short, so that hill ain't too tall. And goofy, and with a receding hairline. Tory ain't got shit going on with him. That naked mole rat, that muskrat. Like, he has nothing of value to preserve. But these niggas will do it just to spite Megan. Just to spite Megan.
But let's be real, Megan is a proxy, because who they really want to spite is Black women, the collective. Like, you got toxic ass, ain't paying child support, leaked sex tape of his baby mama, neglecting and rejecting his firstborn son who looks exactly like him, 50 Cent. That nigga is chiming in and giving his 2 toxic cents. Like, notice that every nigga who's supporting Tory is a toxic nigga just like Tory. Birds of a fucking feather. And the bitches who are riding on dragging Meg are the same type of bitches who have the same MO as toxic ass Nicki Minaj, right? You the queen until you not the queen. Sadonickerism. But the point is, it's the mentality of like, I want to break you, like a pimp hoe type of situation. Very much, I want to break you. I want to lessen you. I want to manipulate you. I want to make you a shell of yourself. I want to humiliate you. I want to bend you into subservience. And they're all gang jumping on this young girl who is old enough to be their daughters. These niggas are middle-aged doing this ratchet fuckery niggatry to a young woman who's old enough to be their daughter or their side bitches. Because let's be honest, even Snoop out here throwing that old raggedy tired dick around. So like, this is the quality of manhood publicly in Black spaces. And on top of that, all these bitches think they safe until they end up like a Reginae Carter. You would think if your father is the king of rap, you would be treated and have better options. But that tends not to be the case. So be mindful of the T.I.s and the 50 Cents and the Tory Lanez and the academics, all these niggas who are vouching for Tory Lanez. Because trust and believe me, they got a few broken and bruised women in their fucking closets, buried in their motherfucking basements, in their fucking backyard that they don't want you to mention. Birds of a fucking toxic ass motherfucking feather.
So I don't want to make this video too long, but like, that's not a fluke. That's all of them in any situation. Any situation. I remember Ari Lennox was jumping off the porch, landing on her motherfucking ankle on the hill of nigga dick. And then what happened? She got dragged. The same niggas she was trying to cop a plea for was the same niggas who dragged her. And then she had to come out and be like, ooh, my bad. I landed on the wrong fucking hill. Let me U-turn my ass the fuck up out of here. And that happens all the fucking time. Y'all saw this with the Rihanna and Chris Brown situation. Y'all saw this with the Emily and Fabulous situation. How many motherfucking more examples do I need to give you? Like,
y'all so ain't shit. Y'all drag Whitney Houston even in her grave. Y'all will refuse to allow baby girl to live in peace, die in peace, rest in peace, dragging her for being a drug addict. And it's alleged that Bobby Brown put her onto that shit, and Bobby Brown is still crackheaded ass, and y'all let that nigga live. But y'all won't even let motherfucking Whitney Houston rest in peace. I will never forget you motherfuckers for that. Y'all hate black women. It's deeper than misogynoir. It's deeper than sexism. It's deeper than anti-black women. It's deeper than that. It's sadistic. It's sadistic. But y'all love that shit.
Them niggas ain't got it for you unless they can bottom bitch you, unless they can Mayweather you in the face. Like, them niggas ain't got it for you. The ways that they treat you, they would never treat another race of woman that way. And I'm even talking about biracials, the exoticals. They wouldn't treat them that way. Not necessarily because they're better women than black women, but as opposed to, they know that that woman is spoken for. She got men in her family. She got fathers. She got uncles. And then on top of that, her society, her system of things would not allow just anybody putting hands on their daughter, on their women, especially a man of another race. Like, no. In other cultures and other systems, like, you got to integrate yourself into their culture, into their system, to date one of their people, to marry one of their people. Like, you got to put skin in the game. You got to show up and show out. And they're going to check you and check up on you to make sure that you're consistent. But not in black spaces. Not in black spaces. So I don't want to make this video too long. It doesn't have to be that long. Check out the Megan and Gayle King interview when the whole thing drops. Like, y'all let me know what you think. I don't think Megan is that theatrical. I don't think she's a great actress, though she hasn't acted in anything. But like, I don't think she has it like that. Beyonce acted here and there, and people were like, that wasn't it. Rihanna has acted here and there, and people said that wasn't it. I'm pretty sure Megan Thee Stallion, who has no fucking refinement in the sense of like Hollywood expectations, you fit into this cookie cutter PR box. I don't think she has the chops to act that shit out. I think those were real tears. I think she really feels hurt. I think she really feels betrayed. Not only with the Tory situation, not only with the Kelsey and what side she aligned with, but I also think this whole thing in the public sphere. Do I think Megan's 100% innocent? Not necessarily, but it's not what I think is she's the good guy or the bad guy. The point, the intent, the actuals, and the factuals is that nigga shot her. Everything else doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, whose fucking gun, whose fucking bullet, whose fucking foot? Those are the facts that we're arguing. Everything else is fucking irrelevant because that's not what we are discussing. We are discussing is if this nigga shot her. And the facts are that nigga, Tory Muskrat Lanes, shot her. That's it. But what do I expect from men who have high battery rates? What do I expect from men who have high sexual assault rates? What do I expect from men who like loudly talk about their absentee father asses? Like, what do I expect from men like that? Not much. And I hope you girlies too don't expect that much from them either. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and I shall see you in the next video. Peace.
Let's be clear. Tory shot Meg because he felt insecure. Meg was the Beyonce within the group. Whether we're talking about Meg with Kelsey, Meg with Tory, or even just Meg in existence. Like, Megan was the hot girl. Megan still is the hot girl. Tory only got some type of weight, some type of attention off of Megan. Like, if Megan never was shot, would Tory have this fame? Would Tory have this attention on him? All of them are eating good off of their connection with Meg. And for Tory to shoot Megan and then say in a drunken, probably high state, oh, dance, bitch. That already should let you know that he was jealous of Megan. He was using Megan. And he knows Megan at the time was hot because she was coming up with the different dance challenges to her songs. The whole Savage Remix challenge, the Savage Challenge. So he already put in his mind that this bitch is blowing up. This bitch is more successful than me, has more fame than me. I feel undermined. I feel like, I only move when she moves. She's the one who's handing out the orders for his toxic, bruised ego, short man syndrome, and probably short in the pants too. His little bruised ego was like, oh, I gotta one up this bitch. I gotta let this bitch know what the hell it is, what it's not. I gotta submit this bitch. I need this bitch to cow down to me. And his way was to not only shoot Megan, but to disparage her as she is injured by saying, dance bitch, knowing that shooting her in the foot would fuck up her ability to dance, to make money, and to continue her fame. He wanted to clip Meg for her attention and spotlight.
When I went to school, I feel like it was a little different with me interacting with other kids. So like, they would kind of pick with me a little bit, like I was so tall already. They just really let me know, like, you can't ever let somebody else's insecurities make you insecure.